77, and I'm at Gate 3 at LaGuardia Airport, on my way to Florida for a well-earned vacation, when I spot Richard Zanuck, who had the air of a man being chased by his father with a pitchfork, which, if you know anything about Dale Zanuck, is not that far from the truth. He was on his way to Navarre Beach, where they were shooting Jaws 2 because there was a problem with the shark. There's always a problem with the shark. The soup is hot, the soup is cold, there's a problem with the shark. Apparently both Bob Matty and Roy Orbigast were out with the flu, and knowing that I had worked with Bob back in the day on 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Zanuck offered that if I helped fix the shark, he would put me up at the Fontainebleau in Miami. And there are two things in this world I love more than anything else: fixing a problem and staying at a 5-star hotel on someone else's dime. So we get to the location. I'm on my way to the shark when I say hi to Roy Scheider, who looked like he'd rather be getting a prostate exam from a blind pederast. This was not a good film for him. Anyway, I get to the shark and I start rooting around in the guts. After a bit, I say I found the problem. There's some sort of crusty substance gacking up the works. Zanuck says, "Is it glue?" I take a closer look at it and I say, "No, it's dried semen." Now Zanuck was understandably nonplussed. "Marty," he says, "are you telling me that someone has been fucking my shark?" And I say, well, I was going to say jerking off into it, but now that I see it, the gills aren't close enough that you could get some friction going. He says, "Can you fix it?" And I said, "Sure, I just need some WD-40 and an ice scraper." As I'm cleaning out the ejaculate, Zanuck asks me if I've ever heard of such a thing like this ever happening. And I tell him that back when we were working on 20,000 Leagues, Bob and I walked into the shop one morning to find that one of the janitors was putting his member into the mouth of the giant squid. But needless to say, he was fired on the spot because Mr. Disney did not appreciate those kind of shenanigans occurring on the clock. Last we heard, he had sold his house and had moved to the Galapagos Islands. Clearly something had awakened in him. I fixed the shark, and I end up having a lovely week at the Fontainebleau. The food was terrific, and Don Rickles was playing the main room. Always a hoot. In the meantime, Zanuck put extra security around the shark, and they were able to get back on schedule. Somewhat. Now, they never caught the guy who, did his business in the shark. But about a month later, I get a call at home, and before I could say anything, a voice on the other end starts screaming, "You son of a bitch, you ruined my life!" And then I hear the phone drop, and a sound that I can only describe as determined gurgling. I hang up the phone and resolve not to pursue the matter any further.